Beyond, tributes continue to pour in for celebrated actor and director Rob Reiner and his wife Michele. They were both found dead inside their Los Angeles home yesterday.
And their deaths now being investigated as homicide. And their son, Nick, is in custody, facing charges in his parents' murders.
KTVU's Greg Lee has been following all the latest developments in this case throughout the day. Today, he joins us here in the studio now with the latest on what we've learned. Greg?
Alex, Heather, just a tragedy for the Reiner family. Nick Reiner is being held without bail tonight while Hollywood and beyond remember the lives of Hollywood legend Rob Reiner and his wife Michele. Rob leaving behind a huge impact on the industry and a legacy of advocacy. A memorial continues to grow on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at the star of legendary actor and director Rob Reiner. Fans and friends paying respects to the industry giant.
Everything that he's done, his humanity, his empathy, his charm, he was humble, he was down to earth. His writing kind of spoke to so many different kinds of people.
Police said that.
Wow, man. And the think, right, he got put down by his own son, who struggled with substance abuse, and, they didn't have the best of relationships. It's being reported that they argued before, recently. That kind of went viral. It's kind of going viral now. Maybe I'll cover that in an update.
78-year-old and his wife, Michele Singer Reiner, were found dead inside their home in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. Their son, Nick, arrested Sunday night. LAPD saying Monday he was, quote, responsible for their deaths.
They worked throughout the night on this case and were able to take into custody Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case. He was subsequently booked for murder. 32-year-old Nick has spoken openly in the past about his struggles with addiction, experiencing homelessness, and his relationship with his parents. He got clean in.
That's crazy, right? You got this millionaire father who I'm sure poured in an unlimited amount of resources into his son, probably to help him get sober. Only for all of that to go to waste. And maybe he rejected his father's help as he was homeless while his father is this big time director.
2015 and worked with his father on a semi-autobiographic film about addiction and recovery. TMZ reports a fight broke out between Nick and his parents at a party Saturday night.
Something happened, though, where there was a big blowout argument, we have been told, between Rob, Michele, and Nick, and it was so intense that they felt like they should leave the party.
Actor Billy Crystal, who worked with Reiner on a number of films, including When Harry Met Sally and The Princess Bride, seen outside the home Sunday, grieving the loss. Tributes poured in from across Hollywood, politics, sports, and beyond.
His legacy is transformational. Not just for the kids today, but really for the generations ahead.
Reiner was a vocal voice for Democrats, fundraising for candidates, and a champion for causes like same-sex marriage and early childhood education, helping establish First Five California.
I wonder what him and his son was beefing over. I know his death has become a bit politicized as Trump has commented on it. It's unfortunate that he is gone, but the big question is going to be, what were they arguing about on that Saturday before his son ultimately, I guess, innocent until proven guilty, taking their lives? He's probably going to get the death penalty.
His contribution isn't just one as it relates to policy, and certainly we support and have benefited from his vision in that way, but also in tangible ways in terms of as it relates to resources in our community.
The Reiner family released a statement to Variety, writing in part that they are heartbroken by the sudden loss and asking for privacy during this difficult time. The case against Nick Reiner now in the hands of the LA County District Attorney's Office. In studio, Greg Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Okay, Greg, thank you. As Greg just mentioned, Rob Reiner's son Nick has previously been open about his struggles with drug addiction, including homelessness and some stints in rehab.
Rob and Nick even produced a movie together tackling this very issue. Rob directed the 2015 film called Being Charlie, and Nick actually wrote the script.
And that story is loosely based on Nick's own battle with addiction and how it affected his relationship with his family.
If you continue to refuse to accept.
That's wild, man. I mean, sometimes the best type of movies are based in truth. And in this case, they wrote a father and son movie, or son wrote it, father directed it, about his son's life. which kind of mirrored it. And I'm sure in some ways that could have been therapeutic and or often may have triggered his son. But Jesus, man, you hate to see this, man. Affluent family, son just couldn't find his way, couldn't cope. And I think that's a huge issue right now with like Gen Z and dare I say Gen X having the inability to cope, when people don't get their way. You could tell about a lot about a person when you tell them no, how they react. And I imagine son asked dad for something, dad said no. And heated argument ensued. Son came back, stabbed up the father and the mom. I'm wondering what, the son had against the mom, if this is true. But let me know what you think of this in the comments section. See you next video. Peace.